Alright, good evening ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Ultimate Dirt TV. Tonight the Dirt Leagues Australia Midget Series comes to Kokomo Speedway. My name is Brett Real. Thank you for joining us here on this Wednesday evening. Qualifying in about 25 seconds time. What we'll do, we'll take this opportunity to step aside here on Ultimate Dirt TV, and we're going to go out and promote the race just a little bit. And we are going to come back for qualifying in just a moment. We thank you very much for the follows. We get set right now for qualifying. The driver that we are currently looking at in the 015 car, that's going to be Darren Lord. Jordan McDonnell, who sets the benchmark with a 12.480. Jordan McDonnell with a 12.480. Darren Lord 14th quick with a 13.222. Peter Honeybell in car number 2 on the racetrack as well. They're all trying to run down the number 22 car of Jordan McDonnell. 16th quick here for Peter Honeybell with a 12.999. A 12.999. That might be your problem, Mitchell, not mine. Lewis Clark, 7th quick. Make that 8th quick as Dane Bent Velzen. Gonna go 2nd quick, SVG, Shane Van Gisbergen. Sits position 3, Ben Morrison 4th, and Brendan Palmer rounds out your top 5. There's Callan Arthur 8th quick with a 12.801. Brett G. Morris jumps to position number 4. Click on the HD symbol there, click on settings. Click quality, and then go 1080p, not auto. Shouldn't be dropping any more frames. It's the first time we've done that in a while. Brady Baldwin 41st quick. 45 cars taking the time. 47 in the server, Joel Berkeley. In car number 9 with a 12.801. But that is after his laps qualifying are done. He sits 34th quick with a 13.131. Jordan McDonnell quick time still and will stay in position number 1 with a 12.480. We move straight into heat racing action right now. We have 5 heat races on the program for this evening for the Dirt Leagues Australia Midget Series. Let's take a look at your Black Diamond Motorsports starting grid. And starting on pole tonight, car number 22, Jordan McDonnell. On his outside, in car number 41, Brendan Palmer will line up out of position number 2. Inside row number 2, the 81, Joshua Walton lines up alongside the 5 of James Rice out of position 4. Out of position 5, colour 86 of Mark Horton. Out of position 6, the 78 of John Schultz. Boyd Bowden in car number 45 starts position 7. Michael Wilson, car 17, lines up out of position 8. Out of position 9, the 7 car of Brady Baldwin and Zach Phelan. I believe he's going to be on race control duties tonight. So just the 9 cars in heat race number 1. Ah, Boyd, you'll be right. Just keep it nice and smooth, man. You will be good. Reminder, Friday night we are going to be racing again here on Ultimate Dirt TV. The Midgets Memorial. I don't know more information, check out Pace Syndicate or message Alan Solet on Facebook. Ten laps going to be the distance for heat race number 1. And in fact, for the all 5 heat races, all starts controlled by the green. So once the game has thrown the green, the drivers will get on the loud pedal. Here we go. Green flag is out. Brendan Palmer got a good start on the initial start. And he will get down to the middle of the racetrack. Here in turn number 1 and 2, we stay green. Brendan Palmer leads into turn number 3. Jordan McDonnell rides in the 2nd spot on the racetrack. Joshua Walton sits 3rd. James Rice sits position number 4. Battle on for the race lead as McDonnell was all over the back of Brendan Palmer. He got out of the gas and really see that car pick up the front end big time into turn number 1. Joshua Walton now going to move into position 2 into turn number 3 and 4. Rice picking up the front wheels. There's the 7 car of Brady Baldwin challenging James Rice back there for position number 4. Meanwhile, McDonnell back down to the inside, down into turn number 3 and 4. Slide job on Walton. Can Walton cross back underneath him? He'll go with his own slide job into turn number 1. He puts the slider on McDonnell. They're nearly 4 wide. On the exit of turn number 2, Walton and McDonnell, they almost come together again. Halfway home, 5 down, 5 to run. No worries, Al. Who knows, Phoenix? I'd love to be in bed right now. McDonnell sits in 2nd. Meanwhile, Brendan Palmer in car number 41. He is out in front right through the middle of turn number 1 and 2. McDonnell on the outside. Joshua Walton down low into 3 with a slide job and out of turn number 4. It's McDonnell back to position number 2 and they will switch lanes once again. Wow. Walton almost catching and taking out the number 22 car, but done well to avoid him. Two laps to go. Slide job from Walton, but McDonnell turns around the outside of the 81 car. White flag is out. Now James Rice now trying to challenge Joshua Walton for 3rd. But for the final time in heat race number 1. Through turns number 3 and 4. Brendan Palmer going to get the win. 2nd going to go to Jordan McDonnell. 3rd, Joshua Walton. James Rice home in 4th. John Schultz going to come home 5th. We go back to Brady Baldwin, Mark Horton, Michael Wilson, and Boyd Bowden in 9th spot. Heat number 1 done. Heat 2 onto the racetrack. We'll take a look at your Black Diamond Motorsports starting grid. So top 3 going to move on from the heat racing action into the main event. Everybody else through the C and B main. Starting on pole, heat number 2 in the 38, that's Dane Bent Velzen. On his outside, the 3 of Lewis Hewitt. Inside row number 2, the 111 Lewis Clark. On his outside, car number 64 of Wayne Swanson. Inside row number 3, the 29 Harry Stewart lines up alongside the 33 of Carl Hoffman's out of position 6. Alex Myers, the 35, will start position 7. Out of position 8, the 11 car of Lance Bainton. We go back to the 42 of Jai McKenzie out of position number 9. Out of position 10, the number 1 car of Caden Brown. 10 laps the distance. Again for heat race number 2 and for all heat races here this evening. Bent Velzen on pole in car number 38. We'll see if we can get a good start into turn number 1 and 2. There's a little contact with the 3 of Hewitt. And they're both going to get shuffled back and put Lewis Clark into the race lead. Bent Velzen working the outside of the racetrack into turn number 1 and 2. Harry Stewart. He is working the outside in position number 3. Remember, top 3 to the main event. Everybody else goes through the C and B mains. 3 wide now through turn number 1 and 2, the 11 car. Lance Bainton trying his hand through the middle of 1 and 2. He'll do the same through 3 and 4. But the real and only Lewis Clark is out in front. Bent Velzen almost tags the back of the 111 through turn number 3 and 4. Harry Stewart sits there in position 3. Stewart and somebody else had contact. It might have been Lance Bainton according to this, but they're both going to, I believe, end up back in the pits. For the fastest Lewis, I know Lewis Clark out in front. With 6 laps in the books, Dane Ben Velzen got really sideways in turn number 1 and 2. Harry Stewart second. Make that third, in fact. Fourth is going to be the 64 car of Wayne Swanson and Caden Brown from position 10. He's now up to P5 and looking for position 4. But the battle is on for second and third. Stewart, Ben Velzen. 2 laps to go for Lewis Clark out in front. Keep an eye on Swanson, run on the outside of the racetrack. He's got to run into turns 3 on Harry Stewart. He ducks down low into 3 and 4. Oh, Stewart into the wall as he come out of turn number 4. And gives Caden Brown a chance to get by Wayne Swanson for the final time into turns 3 and 4. Clark going to win, Ben Velzen second, Swanson going to come home in third. Fourth is going to be Brown. Then we go back to Alex Myers. And we'll have Stewart, McKenzie, Hoffmans, Hewitt and Bainton. So heat 2 done. Heat 3 getting set to roll off here. Let's take a look at your Black Diamond Motorsports starting grid. And starting on pole in car number 97, SVG of Shane Van Gisbergen. Nathan Clark in car number 8 will start position number 2. Out of position number 3, car number 91 of Jared Steen. Out of position 4, the 25 of Hayden Warrington. Out of position 5, the 305 of Thomas Paul. Out of position 6, the 87 of Bruce James. Darren Lord in the 015 will start position 7. Out of position 8, the 71, Gavin Sadler. Phil Lyons in car number 27 will start position number 9. And those are your 9 starters for heat race number 3. And of course, after the main event in the midgets, there'll be about a 10 to 15 minute break. And of course, we'll get set for the 410 winged sprint car tour, presented by Dirt Leagues Australia. They head to the Loma Land Motorsports Park. Van Gisbergen and Nathan Clark. Heat number 3 underway. Green flag, and they attempt to go 3 and nearly 4 wide. They do 4 wide for about a half a second. through turn number 1 and 2. Van Gisbergen, your race leader. Ty Gould, thank you very much for the follow. Appreciate it. So Nathan Clark, oh, we got a 360. That could be Thomas Paul in the 305. Gisbergen still leads from Nathan Clark. Hayden Warrington in third. Steen and also the 87 of Bruce James working their way through the field up to position 3. So a good battle for that third and final transfer spot. The 91 of Jared Steen hangs on to it. Hayden Warrington in the 25 car. Bruce James around 360. Keeps it going. Move Gavin Saddle up to position number 5. Coming to 5 laps completed with 5 to run in the third heat race of the night. Jared Steen hangs on to the bubble spot at the moment. Can Hayden Warrington get by him in car number 25? Steen works 3/4 of the way up the racetrack, not right on the cushion like they are in turn number 1 and 2. In fact, he's going to do somewhat of a half-assed slider line. He enters about mid-track and slides it to the cushion. Enters a little higher this time. 2 laps to go. And your leader is SVG out in front. And the rainbow number 97, white flag for Van Gisbergen. He now looks at 2 more turns away from putting himself in the main event. And he will get the job done. Steen home in second. Third is going to be Hayden Warrington. Nathan Clark fourth. Go back to Stadler Lines, Lord, James and Paul. There is heat race number 3 complete. We move into our penultimate heat race of the night. Let's take a look at your Black Diamond Motorsports starting grid. Dan Ferrelli, thank you very much for the follow. I appreciate it. Welcome into the Ultimate Dirt TV community here. Starting on pole, heat race number 4 in car number 37. It's Brett Junior Morris. On his outside in car number 32, out of position 2, it's Calvin Arthur. Inside second row, the 46 of Jackson Callow starts position 3, out of position 4, car 34 of Minimac Matt McCutcheon. Mitchell Peskilik in the 191 starts position 5, starting position 6, car 12 of Danny Vassell. Inside fourth row, out of position 7, car number 9 of Joel Berkeley, and out of position 8, car 23 of Chris Ansell. Out of position 9 in car number 36, Bailey Barnacote. We'll start at the back of this field. The drivers make their way out of turn number 2 and down the back straightaway. The Ford Mustang pace vehicle to the infield. Morris and Arthur, the front row. The green flag flies. Here in heat race number 4. Keep an eye on Minimac. Start at position 4. He's got shuffled back to position 7 at the moment. Position 5 at the moment. He'll move his way back to position 4, and he's going to look for third and maybe a little bit more. It's going to be Callow and Brett Junior Morris. 1, 2. McCutcheon now sits in position number 3. Oh, McCutcheon nearly slides up in front of Callow. Fourth place is Danny Vassell. He's all over the back of Callow into turn number 1. Vassell around the outside on the 46 car of Jackson Callow. Can he make it stick going into 3? Yes, he can. Danny Vassell moves into the third and final transfer spot. Callow not going to give up without a fight. Morris makes a big mistake. How lucky was he and both Matt McCutcheon to survive that little scare into turn number 1 and 2. McCutcheon down low, big slider into turn number 1, picks up the front end, look at the wheel stand halfway down the back straightaway. Vassal caught up to the back of the 34 and the Century Batteries number 34 entry, that's Mini-Mac, Matt McCutcheon. Drivers are certainly utilising the top side of the racetrack at the moment. You see the big sliders into turn number 1. McCutcheon, Morris already turning it back underneath. They come out of turn number 4 this time by. It's going to be 2 laps to go. McCutcheon goes down low, but so does Brett Jr. Morris. And it's going to be a drag race off turn 4. Morris from the top to the bottom. Oh, these boys putting it on display. Morris goes down low, McCutcheon goes straight back to the cushion into turn number 1 and 2. He gets a run on the outside, side by side into turn number 3. Oh, this is going to be a great finish out of turn 4. Callow got the side of McCutcheon. Morris wins, McCutcheon, Vassal third, Callow, Arthur. Then you go back to Ansell and Berkeley. Piskalik and Barnacote. Holy cow, Morris, McCutcheon, Vassal and Callow all putting on a show here in heat race number 4. The best heat race by far tonight. Heat 5, the 5th and final heat of the night, and we'll take a look at your Black Diamond Motorsports starting grid. On pole for the 5th and final heat race of the night, in car number 20, it's Ben Morrison. On his outside, in car number 14, out of position 2, it's Mitchell G. Second row inside, out of position number 3, in car number 2, it's Peter Honeywell. Out of position 4, car number 30 of Ryan Stacey. Inside row 3, out of position 5, car number 21 of Bradley Oldfield. Out of position 6, car number 49, David Heilemann. Starting position 7, car 48, Jacob Penno. Out of position 8, the 10th car, that's Murray Howe. And riding shotgun at the back of the field, in car number 18, out of position number 9, will be Aaron Kelly. Yes, Mitchell, it was a great finish, the best heat race by far of the night. We've still got this final 10 laps of heat racing competition. G trying to go early, that start all jumbled up. And unfortunately no restarts in this one though, it's just going to straight out if you got a penalty. Well, bad luck I say. G. Honeybell now moves into the race lead. G came up on Morrison. Move Morrison back to position 3. Here comes Mitchell G. The Indy race parts. This car's upside down into turn number 3. Peter Honeybell still your race leader. Look at Morrison looking down low. Slide up and there's contact. Right rear meets left front. And Mitchell G. lucky to survive that one. David Hartman in the 14, normally in the Napa Auto Parts car. I don't know why that's not showing it, whether that's on my end or his end. I'll try and get it fixed after this. So we watch Heilemann working down low into turn number 1 and 2 on the 14 car of Mitchell G. Look at the front wheels. That was a massive wheel stand by David Heilemann all the way down the back straight away. How do you try and set yourself up for the next corner? Look out, Morrison. He caught the wall. He's going to lose a couple of spots. Peter Honeybell, certainly an experienced campaigner out in front. G runs second. Heilemann, he's only turned 363 laps today. He's a half off of what he normally turns each and every day. Racing 20 hours a week, 20 days a week. He loves his iRacing. And those 4 hours while he sleeps at 3.5. But here comes Ben Morrison working the outside into turn number 1 and 2. Slider from Heilemann. Morrison underneath him now into turn number 3. They switch lines through 3 and 4. Ben Morrison moves back to position 4. Slider from Heilemann. Morrison underneath him again out of turn number 2. And he's going to stay low through turns 3 and 4. Peter Honeywell with a dominant victory. G second, Morrison third, Heilemann fourth. Fifth going to be Stacey, Ryan Stacey, Jacob Penno, Aaron Kelly, Murray Howe and Bradley Oldfield. Heat races are complete. We move into our C main. Right now it'll be 12 laps the distance. The top 6 going to move on. Of course we need to take a look at your Black Diamond Motorsports starting grid. Can confirm that there is top 6 going through out of the 17-16 car field. In fact, starting on pole in the 86, Mark Horton out of position 2, the 42 of Jai McKenzie. Starting position 3, the 015 Darren Lord out of position 4, car number 9 of Joel Berkeley. Out of position 5, car 18, Aaron Kelly out of position 6, car 17 of Michael Wilson. Starting position 7, car 3, Lewis Hewitt out of position 8, the 87 of Bruce James. Out of position 9, the 191, Mitchell Piskalik. Out of position 10, car 10 of Murray Howe. Out of position 11, car 45, Boyd Bowden. And out of position 12, the 11 of Lance Bainton. Out of position 13, the 305, Thomas Paul. Out of position 14, the 36 of Bailey Barnacote. Bradley Oldfield in the 21, starts position 15, Zach Phelan on race control duties. And starting position 17, the 33 of Carl Hoffmans. Can tell you, of course, Zach Phelan, of course, on race control duties tonight, not actually in the race itself. So we were going to have 16, but Bruce James in the 87 did not make the call neither. So that puts us at a 15-car field for your C main, 12 laps of distance, and the top 6 will make it through to the back of a B main. In fact, the one and only B main, that is. Alright, Jai McKenzie on the outside. Got a great launch into turn number 1. He is going to lead down the back straightaway for the first time. Mark Horton in the 86 rides back now in position number 3. And I think Jai McKenzie has... well, they're going 4 wide right now. Kelly and Horton right through the middle. The 42 of Jai McKenzie, he's gone. I believe he may have just been given a black flag for that one. Piskalik now rides in position 5. Out of position 6 is the 17 of Michael Wilson. In the black and white number 17, he's got challenge from the 11 of Lance Bainton. In the red and black number 11, you see just cutting down to the bottom and then sliding back up to the top on the exit of turn number 4. Kelly now to the race lead momentarily. Keep an eye on your battle for 4th right now. That's Mitchell Piskalik in the 191 on the outside, the black and blue entry. On his inside, the 86 in the purple and grey. Number 86, that's Mark Horton, who sits position 5. And Lance Painter now makes it into position number 6. Make that 5 as he gets by the 86 car. So we keep an eye on the spot around on the bubble. Michael Wilson, we watched through turn number 1 and 2 in car number 17. The first car to officially miss out if he can... well, unfortunately, if he doesn't pass one more car, he cannot get one more spot. He's going to dive down low. Big wheel stand upside down. That'll be him done. And now we move Darren Lord in the 015 into position 7. The 33 of Carl Hoffmans. Also in that Indy race pass, number 33. Work on the outside of the racetrack through turn number 1 and 2. 2 laps to go this time by for your leaders. Into turn number 3, your race leader, the 9 of Joel Berkeley, leads Aaron Kelly in car number 18. As they will get the white flag, Berkeley, a little mistake on the exit of turn number 2. He goes down low into turn 3. He slides up and, well, he makes it happen. He gets the job done. Berkeley wins by 0.025 of a second over Aaron Kelly. Hewitt third, Piscalek fourth. Lance Bainton and Mark Horton, your top 6 to go through. Everybody else goes home, and that is their night done for the Midget Series, as they will look to turn their attention to the 410 winged sprint cars. Your Black Diamond Motorsports starting grid, your B main. Your lineup looks like this. On pole in car number 5, James Rice. At a position 2, car 1, Caden Brown. At a position 3, car 8 of Nathan Clark. At a position 4, car 46 of Jackson Callow. At a position 5, the 49, David Hartleman. At a position 6, John Schultz in the 78. Row 4 inside at a 7, the 35 of Alex Myers and Gavin Sadler in car 71. Starts position number 8. Position 9, the 32 of Callan Arthur. Position 10, the 30 of Ryan Stacey. And you go back to Brady Baldwin and Harry Stewart in row 6. Row 7, Phil Lyons and Chris Ansell. Jacob Penno, Joel Berkeley in row 8. Row 9, Aaron Kelly, Lewis Hewitt, Mitchell Piscalick, Lance Bainton in row 10. And Mark Horton makes up the 21 car field. Ty, thank you very much for the follow. Dan Rodney, thank you very much for the follow as well. Support is much appreciated. If you haven't done so already, guys, check out the Ultimate Dirt TV group on Facebook. Just search in Ultimate Dirt TV group. Hit the request to join and we'll get you accepted. Once we get to 200 members, we're going to do a giveaway for either some merchandise or some iRacing credits. So get yourselves invited to the group and invite your friends and family as well, as the green flag in your B main is underway. The top 5 going to advance. Jackson Callow, Sadler around. Oh, there's a couple of cars, 1, 2, 3, nearly 4 cars involved in that one. Right now, Brady Baldwin in the 7 car, in the black and blue on the inside, sits here in position number 5. Caden Brown, your race leader, from David Hartleman. James Rice, Nathan Clark 4th, Brady Baldwin in 5th, and you go back to John Schultz, Ryan Stacey, and Harry Stewart, your top 8. Car upside down, please get off the racetrack. They do. So this is a 15-lap distance. Brady Baldwin as the 30 car. Ryan Stacey, a little contact and some trouble. Caden Brown still your race leader from Harleman Clark. And you go back to James Rice. And Brady Baldwin in 5th. 6th is now going to be John Schultz. Aaron Kelly making his way through your C main in the Indy Race Parts. Number 18 car looking to get by Brady Baldwin. He's got a bit of work to do, but he'll put that thing on the top side of the racetrack and try and rip the cushion around this Kokomo Speedway. Going to do it through 1 and 2. Baldwin continues just at work on the bottom side of the racetrack. John Schultz right through the centre of turn number 3 and 4. He is sitting 2 spots out of a transfer at the moment. And no giving up just yet for the drivers. They complete lap number 9 with 6 laps remaining. Caden Brown in the Indy Race Parts number 1. He leads from David Harleman. 2nd spot for the 49 car. Al Stevenson, thank you very much for the follow. We appreciate it. 5-4 to go this time by as they make their way on to turn number 4. And David Harleman starting to get a run on the number 1 car. Good preparation for Mr. Harleman. He's going to run the Wingless Wednesday on the Dirt Racing Network for the Dirty Old Bastards Wingless Wednesday. They run the Midgets and the 360 sprint cars. So that's some good practice. He's got about 12, 13, nearly 14 hours before this happens. Oh, Caden Brown. Somehow he's just been taken out by the 35 car. That's Alex Myers. Not sure what happened to Brown. Kellen. Yep. Don't know what to say on that one. Final lap is upon us, and David Harleman gets the job done. And he will win ahead of Nathan Clark, Caden Brown, Aaron Kelly, and James Rice, your top 5 that are going to make it through. Brady Baldwin, John Schultz, Gavin Sadler, Mitchell Pisklick, Ryan Stacey, Hewitt, Horton, Bainton, Myers, Stuart Berkeley, Keller, everybody else going home. Of course, we do want to thank our sponsors here at Ultimate Dirt TV. Make sure you check them out on our website. Head over to www.ultimatedirttv.com. From there, click on the Sponsors tab. You'll find a list of our wonderful people that support us here on a nightly and weekly and a season basis. Wicked Cushion, 19 Designs, World of Thunder iRacing League, Dirt Leagues Australia, JR Productions and Media, and Black Diamond Motorsports. Also, as I said, don't be afraid to look up Ultimate Dirt TV Group on Facebook. Hit the apply button. We'll get you accepted ASAP. Of course, once we reach 200, we are going to do a giveaway for some merchandise. And of course, we'll do a t-shirt giveaway, or we can do some iRacing credits. Take your pick. But we've first got to get there. Checkered flag on this little warm-up session. We move into the main event, which will be 40 laps. Now, I did a modified race earlier on here today, and let me tell you, these guys put on a show here at Kokomo. Can these guys live up to it in the midgets? Well, we'll soon find out. We've got 20 cars, we've got 40 laps to journey. Let's take a look at your Black Diamond Motorsports starting grid. Starting on pole, car number 41, Brendan Palmer on his outside, the 111 of Lewis Clark. Out of position 3, the 97, Shane Van Gisbergen. Out of position 4, car 37, Brett Jr. Morris. Not sure why we're getting red on our OBS. Position 5, the 2 of Peter Honeywell. Position 6, the 22, Jordan McDonnell. Dane Bent Velzen out of position 7, Jared Steen out of position number 8. Out of position 9, Matt McCutcheon. Mitchell G out of position 10. Joshua Walton out of position 11. Wayne Swanson out of position 12. Hayden Warrington and Danny Vassell, row 7. Row 8, Ben Morrison, David Harleman. Row 9, Nathan Clark, Caden Brown, and Aaron Kelly and James Rice make up row number 10. It is time to get after it. 40 laps around the Kokomo Speedway. Who will take out, I believe, round number 7 of the Dirt Leagues Australia Midget Series. The 410s up in about, let's say, probably about half hour's time. 30 minutes time, we head to the Lima Land Motorsports Park in Ohio. Here we go, let's get naughty for 40. Green flag is out. We're underway for the feature event, and they go 3 wide. Van Gisbergen, Palmer, and Clark. Oh, look at the 37, Brett Jr. Morris, upside down, and there's our first caution of the night. Lap number 1. Let's take a look at your Wicked Cushion instant replay. Back we go on board. With your Black Diamond Motorsports onboard camera. Look at this, 1 and 2. Woof. Eat it up, son. Eat it up. It was way off the throttle as well. Again, we'll take a look at the onboard from the number 37 car. Lap number 1, and we have 1 caution. On the board, the pace truck is in. One of these short tracks, you don't have to wait too long for the green to come out. Lewis Clark can go anytime he likes. 4 complete, 36 to go. Honeybell into second spot, gets a slide there from Brendan Palmer, the 41. And Van Gisbergen moves to the outside now. We'll look for position 3. Matt McCutcheon now moves into position 4. No, Honeybell comes up the racetrack and takes the line away from Minimac through turn number 1 and 2. Brendan Palmer working the bottom side of the racetrack, right through the middle now into turn number 3 and 4, just in front of them, or just behind him on his outside now, is Shane Van Gisbergen. So move Honeybell back to position 4. Make that 5 of McCutcheon, works on the outside, yellow, yellow, yellow. Looks like whoever that was kept it going. So caution number 2 inside of the first 10 laps. Alright, pace vehicle, the Ford Mustang iRacing.com pace car is in. Lewis Clark, Brendan Palmer, Shane Van Gisbergen, Matt McCutcheon and Peter Honeybell, your top 5. Green flag back out for the 3rd time here at Kokomo. I'm sure there's some contact in the back. I heard it just briefly. Yes. 3rd yellow so far of the main event, and I can tell you right now, the admins and race control would be absolutely just tearing these guys a new backside, getting up them right now as the drivers complete lap number 12. This is our 3rd yellow, and by some of the drivers' standards, and by our standards, this is very, very poor to see what we are seeing so far here at Kokomo. iRacing.com Ford Mustang pace car back in. 14 laps complete, 26 to go. Green flag back out here at Kokomo. Brendan Palmer, Shane Van Gisbergen. Van Gisbergen slides into second. Palmer looks to come back at him up on the inside, down the back straight away. McCutcheon getting ready to rip the lip on the outside of the racetrack. Move David Harleman and Peter Honeybell into a battle for 5th and 6th, along with the 91 car of Jared Steen. And there goes Matt McCutcheon. Hang on, Matt, you'll stop flipping soon. He started in the middle of turn 1 and 2 and ended in the middle of turn 3 and 4. And unfortunately, that's just the way the cookie crumbles. Sure, that would have snapped those chicken legs of his. Sure, you can just go to KFC and get a new set. Get 2-piece feed. That's why I can't go there, because I don't have my leg sizes. Love to get me some new legs. So far, 6 cars. Sorry, make that 7 cars have found themselves back on pit road. 13 cars left on the lead lap. The Ford Mustang pace vehicle is in. The latest casualty, the 34 of Matt McCutcheon. Clark, Van Gisbergen and Palmer, your top 3. As Clark gets on the gas, Shane Van Gisbergen can immediately put the slider on in turn number 1 and 2, but around the outside goes the 111, and Peter Honeybell picking up the front end in that number 2 machine. Brendan Palmer in position 3. Fourth is going to be, well, a battle between Jared Steen and David Heilemann. Then you go back to Peter Honeybell, and here comes Caden Brown in the number 1 car. And Lewis Clark upside down. The wall catching a number of drivers here at Kokomo. Bennett, it's what I do. Told ya. I know what it's like to get around Williams Grove. How did you go anyway? I didn't get to see that race, so I was doing other stuff. How'd you finish in that one? So SVG now going to restart in the lead in the top spot. Brendan Palmer sits second. David Heilemann will sit third. That's good. Did you go 24 or 22 gallons? SVG going to the bottom. Going to restart on the bottom, and Brendan Palmer, he was a fair way away on that restart. Looks for the slider into 1 and 2. SVG rails the cushion through 1 and 2. Palmer right through the middle now into 3 and 4. Again, the pace vehicle is out. Races like this tend to get me in trouble. That's good, Bailey. That's good. Look, I need a distraction from this, because otherwise I get in trouble if I really say what's on my mind about this. Let me put it this way, folks. We started with 20. We have 10 on the lead lap. And right now we're only 26 laps in. Your last race? Oh. You know what? Just get as much racing in as you can. I want you to burn yourself out on it, that you give up for a couple of weeks or a couple of months. Because right now, that's what these drivers are doing to me. I had such a fantastic UMP modified race earlier here today. As I say, there was a 4-car battle in the last 8 laps where we've seen about 6 or 7 lead changes in the space of 3 laps. Green flag back out. Lap number 28 is going to be complete. 12 laps left to run. The 49, David Heilemann, looking to make a charge from the back of the bus. He's all over the back of Shane Van Gisbergen into turn number 3 and 4. Brendan Palmer up on the inside, so this is a good 3-car battle. If we can keep this going, this will be an absolute outstanding finish to this feature race. 3 wide into turn number 3. Off turn 4, it was just 2 wide between Heilemann and Van Gisbergen. Gisbergen will take, well, he won't take the lead. He's been in the lead since he got it after a Lewis Clark incident. Here comes Jared Steen on the inside, making it 3 wide. Brendan Palmer through the middle. And David Heilemann continues to work the outside groove into turn number 3 and 4. Palmer around the outside on Jared Steen. A very ballsy move on the exit of turn number 4. Palmer now trying to make something work. Maybe force Heilemann into a mistake. We keep an eye on Steen and Palmer. Steen is once again tries to put the moves on the inside, but Brendan Palmer gets the run right through the middle of turn number 3 and 4. 6 laps to go this time by for your leader, the 97, Shane Van Gisbergen. David Harleman sits second. Well, he doesn't sit second anymore because he tried to do the right thing. He tried to alt their 4 and tried to keep this race going green. Unfortunately, it does not. It triggered the caution. And this should set us up for a 1 or 2 lap shootout. Did you ask Steve to do it? Like, I do 463 races a week. If I could organise a race, I would. Well, Jordan, that just sucks. But let me tell you, you're going to finish in position 12, 15 laps down. There's only 8 cars left. I don't know what I gotta say anymore. Green white checker incoming. Van Gisbergen, Palmer and Steen, your top 3. Bent Velzen in 4th. 5th is going to be Aaron Kelly. Will there be any changes to the top 3? We find out in 1 lap time. Van Gisbergen leads through turn number 1 and 2. Who wants the 41 of Brendan Palmer in 2nd. Jared Steen in the 91, position 3. But for the final time, the Dirt Leagues Australia Kokomo winner and going to victory lane in car number 97. We take a look at your JR Productions and Media finishing results from Kokomo. Don't try it. Like, it closes down the screen that you're on. Your JR Productions and Media finishing results look this way. Shane Van Gisbergen, your winner from Brendan Palmer in 2nd. Jared Steen 3rd. Dane Bentvelzen in 4th. Aaron Kelly 5th. Joshua Walton 6th. James Rice 7th. Nathan Clark 8th. David Harleman 9th. Peter Honeywell rounds out the top 10. 11th is going to be Caden Brown. Jordan McDonnell in 12th. 13th, Lewis Clark. Matt McCutcheon in 14th, 15th, Hayden Warrington, Mitchell G, 16, Danny Vassell, 17, Ben Morrison, 18, Wayne Swanson, 19, and Brett Jr. Morris sits in position number 20. Well, Tank sits 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. Good job, you boys. Looks like we have 2nd and 3rd. Let's have a chat with the driver that comes home in 2nd place here tonight in car number 71, car number 41. It's going to be Brendan Palmer. Brendan, congratulations on a 2nd place run. A top 3 car all night, but you're going to have to be a bridesmaid for tonight.
Yeah, unfortunately, we thought we were pretty good there in the heat, but yeah, old Gizzy got us pretty good there in the feature. I had nothing there for him. But the old Tank car, she was on rails. I've got to thank Throttle Therapy and AB Crocs for the sponsorship, and yeah, it was a good race.
You guys didn't get a lot of green flag laps in. Is that disappointing, knowing that this track had certainly the potential to go 2 and 3 wide at times? Oh, let me click on this button here, and the track. Was it disappointing knowing that you guys didn't get a lot of green flag laps in, considering that this track certainly had the potential, to go 2 and 3 wide?
Yeah, look, it probably broke the rhythm a little bit, but probably on the shorter runs, I felt like I was a little bit better and I could search around, so it sort of didn't worry me too much, really.
All right, well done on a 2nd place run here tonight, but before we let you get out of here, once again, those sponsors and shout outs, why don't you thank those people again?
Yeah, I've got to thank all the boys at Tank Sim Racing Team. Yeah, they're a good bunch of guys, and it's good racing with them. Yeah, and the sponsors, Throttle Therapy and AB Crocs for the sponsorship.
All right, there we go. Brendan Palmer home in second place. Home in third place tonight in car number 91. It's going to be Jared Steen. Jared, third place run here tonight. You really had your work cut out for you. A lot of yellows, but in the end, it's a good podium result for you.
Yeah, it was a pretty good race. It was just a shame we didn't get so many green flag laps, but that's the way it goes.
What kind of expectation did you have coming into Kokomo? Because kind of like Williams Grove or USA, it can be one of those tracks that really you think, well, tonight's going to be a real long night, or you could have one of those fantastic races. Unfortunately, it didn't fall that way. But yeah, what was the expectation going into Kokomo tonight?
Didn't really have too many expectations. Just hoping to make the AMA. It's one of my favourite tracks, probably Kokomo, but a little bit harder being on a single screen sometimes. It's hard to see where the other cars are.
All right, well, third place run here tonight in the number 91 machine, and we'll hand the mic over to you. We'll let you thank a few people, your sponsors, and give some shout outs as well.
Yeah, I'd just like to thank all the boys at Tanked SRT. Yeah, they're all awesome bunch of guys. I'd like to thank the sponsors as well, Throttle Therapy, BA Crocs and Dirt Division. I'd like to thank Brendan and Shane for a good race, and you for streaming, Brett.
All right, there we go. Jared Steen, home in first place here. Home in third place, excuse me, here this evening from Kokomo. That'll wrap up the Dirt Leagues Australia Midget Series portion of the night. We've still got the 410 winged sprint cars. We head to Lima Land Motorsports Park here in just a moment, so don't go anywhere, folks. We will have a new stream up, and we'll have a new stream up in about 13 minutes' time. So if you haven't done so already, hit the like and follow button on our Facebook page. If you're watching on YouTube or Twitch, hit the subscribe button or hit the follow button as well. And make sure you come back and watch the 410 winged sprint cars do their thing at the Lima Land Motorsports Park. On behalf of the team here at Ultimate Dirt 2M and the management behind the scenes, we want to say thank you very much for tuning in for the midget part of the program, and we will see you very, very shortly for the 410 Winged Sprint Car Tour presented by Dirt Leagues Australia.